Hello, everyone. I'm Darshana, and I'm delighted to welcome Vandana Kumari Pandey, also known as Vandana Asha, who is a theatre practitioner and an arts-based educator from New Delhi. She is the founder of her group Rang Karma, which works with children, youth, and women with different issues. Um, with her 25 by 25 grant, Vandana and the Rang Karma group has made a film called Unmuted, which explores the use of forum theatre technique in the digital medium to examine issues of increased online harassment of women. And the film is made available at the link that we have shared with you. There is also an accompanying blog post that takes you through their journey behind the scenes through the whole process of the project. So make sure you check out the links. They're shared with this post as well. So without further ado, Vandana, I welcome you to introduce us to the Rang Karma group members and take us through the journey of this project. Hi, Vandana. Hi. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Hi,
Thank you
hello.
so much,
Hello, Darshana. Thank you
Darshana.
so much.
Thank you so much, Darshana, for such a warm introduction. So I think we're the only people where the whole team is presenting the project. So you will be hearing from the team Unmuted, the faces, the creators, the actors of Unmuted, and we'll take you through our process. So Unmuted is basically a crowdsourced video story that basically talks about online harassment and how women can deal with it. We don't really know how. We will explore through the project and through the video. So go check out the video and the blog. So basically at Rang Karma, all of us work at the intersection of community education and arts. And both these sectors are very informal in nature. And sometimes what happens is that the boundary of personal and professional gets really blurred. And we when we met in May, all of us, we shared stories how these boundaries can get blurred. We were seeing around us, or we were experiencing ourselves. So we really started talking about it, and we realized that Unmuted was one such thing. This is what was keeping us muted, and especially in during the pandemic, the world shifted online, right? And these boundaries got even more blurred. You really don't know what actually is a compliment and what can become harassment. And these tools like Zoom, social media, WhatsApp, they were becoming the tools of harassment. So we really wanted to talk about it through our project, and that's what Unmuted is actually. And we also realized that uh, that in Unmuted we were basically trying to question कि जो भी हमारी बाउंड्रीज हैं वो अगर ब्लर हो जाती हैं तो क्या होगा. And that is why we created a fictional world of SSF. SSF is basically an organization where our protagonist Ruhi works, and she faces online harassment. And what happens next is what we were exploring through the project. And Devika will tell you more about the rest, the cause. Devika, can you unmute and tell?
Thanks, Vandana. Yeah, so while this was a topic that was of personal importance to all of us, I think the urgency came in when the boys' locker room incident has happened. And that was the time that we'd all met. And as Vandana mentioned, we realized that these online tools are being used a lot more because people are in their houses, and now there is Zoom and there is Instagram. But these can also become social spaces that are toxic. And this could also lead to opportunities for harassment in many different ways. And we realized that because this is a problem that exists in the online space, in the virtual space, the intervention should also be within the online space. And then we were left with the question, how do we make this participative? How do we find interventions that could be incorporated digitally? And that's how our process began. Akhila will tell us a little bit more about that.
Right. So how do we make these interventions digital? So the methodology we decided to use was called forum theater, as you mentioned earlier. And why forum? So forum theater is a highly interactive methodology, much like the internet landscape. And I had trained in the dramaturgical techniques, and we were as a team curious to not just translate forum theater, but very consciously choose principles that could make that interaction happen. So how did we do that? So as you can see, there's a picture on the left of a live forum happening. And it basically involves a group of actors acting out something like an unsolved problem on stage. The facilitator, who's the joker, invites audience members to come and solve the problem. But how? The audience member becomes a spectator because they're not just passively watching the scene happen. And in forum theater, there's a very interesting concept called the aesthetic distance, which is basically the distance between one's conscious reality and their fictional reality. And in like very simple words, it's the distance between reality and fiction. And in forum theater, that's very interestingly controlled because the spectator and the actor are sharing the same physical space. The spectator is seeing their own reality unfurl in front of them through a play. And that's what compels them to say, you know what, stop. I want to replace the protagonist and I want to try to solve the problem. Now, when we took this medium digital, we realized that the aesthetic distance concept is actually a virtual distance. How so? All of us as actors were meeting virtually. I actually met Vandana, Shubham, and Vajit for the first time on Zoom. A lot of, like all of our spectators did not have any kind of physical interaction. They were interacting with us through monkey surveys. Like they were suggesting us interventions through these surveys. So there was that virtual distance. So how did we bridge this aesthetic/virtual distance challenge as actors? That's what Vajid and Shubham will give you more of a glimpse about. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Shubham and I played Karan's character. So he's the antagonist of the story and is a boss of Ruhi. Is a founder of the SSF organization. So he's a visionary person and he keeps a leadership-like energy, and he's somebody who starts the conversation and has the last word in that conversation. So this is Karan. Now, I, on the other hand, is totally different. I prefer to be quiet in the calls, and I usually be in the listening side rather than in the talking side. So the aesthetic distance that Akhila mentioned, the Karan's character, the Karan, and how I am as person, it's totally different. So the question would be how I try to bridge that distance. So I did my research. I had a conversation with a lot of people, watched videos that helped me to visualize Karan as the founder, and what would Karan do in that situation? How would he behave? The language that he speaks. And because we had to write those dialogues, so I have to feel like Karan as well. But in our rehearsals, it was difficult to switch between Karan and Shubham by turning my video on and off. So it is not like that. Although we have some theater ritual that helps in that process, but it is difficult for me to do that. To put that visuals into action, I have to actually engage in the process more. Like if we are playing some warm-up games, I choose to lead it further. When we begin our call, I push myself into that conversation to other members to get into that energy space of Karan. So that when we are doing the improvs that we record for the viewers, I find myself closer to that character. So that's how I try to bridge that gap between Karan, the character, and how I am as a person. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, myself Vajid, and I played Saqib, one of the character of this forum play, like who is the designer in this SSF, a fictional world. So like we were talking about the aesthetic distance. So like as a character, I was expecting something to do like as a person, but if you can see this question, like if you were Ruhi, what would you do next? So this was the question whenever we were recording a video. Like first we started with a problem and then we started recording that video, and then we used to send it, and we get responses from the spectators. So as a person, I was thinking to do something more, but as a character, I was not getting that much response from the spectator. So I was somewhere like my biases were coming out, and I was expecting to do more, but that was not possible as a character. But people were not suggesting me. You can see the fifth one, like the fifth one response here. Like people were saying that I will reach out to Saqib after the call. There were 2% people, only 2% people are saying that. So as a person, as a Wajid, I was thinking कि मैं करूँगा ये, like कि मुझे ये करना चाहिए. अगर यहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तो I should take a stand, but that was not possible as a character. So that I have to come over that biases and react behave like a character, what people are expecting from me to behave. So that was a little bit challenging, and like overcoming on your biases, that was a little bit challenging. I think Akhila can talk more about the challenges.
Yeah, I think rather than me talking, if any of you are interested in knowing more of these behind the screen moments and stories and challenges, you can check out our blog that has slightly more of a detailed chronology of everything we went through. But we just wanted to kind of end with some of our lingering questions, and the main question is around this concept of forum theater that we try to adapt. Is it really possible for a spectator, for an audience member who's sitting across their screen, to digitally embody somebody's conflict that they are watching? And are they really empowered to suggest that character interventions? Like empathetic embodiment, is it possible to do virtually? Is something we would be curious to continue thinking about, and is a challenge that we're left with. So yeah, and you can check out all these links if you're curious to know more. Thank you. You're on mute, I think.
Can you hear me now?
And we can stop sharing the screen.
Oh. Yeah. So thank you for taking us through that journey. Very interesting things struck me. So can one of you share a little bit about who you chose as the spectators and your reasons for choosing them?
Who would want to answer that? Akhila, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I can take it. So as I was mentioning in the forum theater part, it's really important for the spectators to be able to identify with the struggle of the protagonist, because it's to bridge that aesthetic distance, right? If I don't identify with your struggle, I'm going to come at you from a place of like advice, or from an outside eye perspective. So very consciously, we did the same technique digitally. We identified organizations, people who identified as women who had been through this and who were currently tackling this issue. And we sent out our surveys and our videos to them, and we got over 115 responses with that. And we had pretty high engagement, and that's why we had pretty high engagement throughout, I think. Yeah, Vandana, anything else you guys want to add, or does that cover?
No, I think that you covered it. We shared a Google form where we clearly mentioned, have you been through the situation? Have you faced online harassment? Or do you know somebody who have faced online harassment, so that you can actually resonate with the feelings of the protagonist and the story. So yeah.
Right. How would you characterize the responses? Predictable, unpredictable, unexpected, on the lines of what you were thinking? How would you characterize these responses?
Vandana.
I think Wajid covered pretty much of it. Like he shared how he wanted to do something else as a person, but he was suggested something else. I feel because I was also playing the protagonist in the forum play, I would say the responses were pretty unpredictable, because I was the protagonist, and the kind of responses we were getting, like one of the responses, I'll just talk about one, that Ruhi should work on her emotions separately and then come talk to Karan and talk to him about the harassment that she's facing, and how difficult it is as a human being. What aesthetic distance Akhila was talking about, no, it was playing its role here, and people really couldn't realize जब कोई इंसान ऑलरेडी एक स्ट्रगल से गुजर रहा है, दे आर फेसिंग ऑनलाइन हरासमेंट, दे वांट टू एड्रेस इट एंड एक्नॉलेज इन फ्रंट ऑफ द टीम, it's really difficult to be really calm and composed and talk, okay, so I want to address this, and it was really difficult because they were suggesting me to do this. So I think the responses were pretty unpredictable, but there were many very sensible responses as well that were basically addressing the systemic problem of the issue. How do you change the system to change the scenario, not really the interpersonal interaction of these characters, but how do you change the system? So we also received such responses.
That's very interesting that you mention responses about the system, because that goes right into my question I have about where do you see this project going forward? Like, you have an important piece of document and you have all these responses from various people, and so where does the journey go from here for this project?
Yeah, so basically, as Akhila says, forum is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of the revolution. So that's what we feel. But Devika, Wajid, Shubham, Devika, do you want to answer this question?
Yeah, I think right now, while there is a lot of possibility, we don't feel like our engagement with at least the material that we've received is over. We're really looking into it and seeing what are the possibilities that can be created through it. In addition to that, we're also looking at possibilities of seeing this particular performance that we've created. How can we go more into depth with this? So, for example, we are going to be working with another Theatre of the Oppressed group and doing a live forum, and then seeing how live interventions can be taken and what would that mean in the online space. So these are all possibilities that we're exploring. We're also seeing it as almost like a research for ourselves and how we can understand it better. Akhila, do you want to add something to this?
Yeah, I was going to add the last point that we've been curious about how these interventions, like you mentioned, can actually be data points for research about sexual harassment. So we are in the middle. I mean, the big reason why we wrote the blog is that we're actually writing a paper which can then be published to support this kind of harassment happening, which is quite rampant. So a big part of doing this grant was also like documentation, because that's the most powerful thing we can do right now.
Sure. No, that sounds very promising as as a scope for more research on the subject. So I wish you all the best for that. And I think that's pretty much it. Anyone would like to add anything or conclude? I would, especially like to thank all five of you for being here and talking to us. Anything?
Anything, Shubham, Wajid?
Yeah, I think we have covered, like you guys have covered all the things. We have lots of things to discuss, but I think this is all for now.
Okay, then I'll thank you. Thank you so much, Vandana. Thank you, everyone. And I will urge everyone watching us to make sure that you check out the film as well as the blog spot. We've shared the links in the schedule as well as this post. So thank you again for joining us. And that's it from us. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.